Good morning. I'm waiting for my video to catch up, so I'm hoping it catches up soon. Good morning. It's Monday morning. It's 11:03. I'm back. I missed last week's Mondays with Robin live, and I was kind of off all week long. Like all week long, I was going to there we are. I finally caught up. So I missed last week's Mondays with Robin live, and all week long I was going to pop on. I tried a couple of times. I sat in front of my computer a couple of times, and I had no inspiration. Like I had nothing that I could even share. And then like a couple of times I tried and I was like, I got nothing. I've literally got nothing. So I missed it. I missed being live with you guys. And I had a couple of you guys say to me, where was I missed your live this week and whatever. So I apologize that so last week I normally twice a week I give an older gentleman a shower. Normally it's Tuesdays and Fridays, but last week was vacation. I knew I wasn't going to be able to get there on Tuesday, so I said, I'll come Monday morning, knowing I wouldn't have Lily till later on in the afternoon. Lily was on vacation, so I knew that I could see them on Monday. But I also know that they live in Hopkinton. And if you live in Boston at all, or have ever been to Boston on Patriots Day, you know that the Boston Marathon starts in Hopkinton. So I said to Fred's wife, can I come on Monday morning? And she said, yes. I said, am I? I know they're right near the starting line. Like I know that. And I said, am I going to run into marathon traffic? And she said, no, no, it should be totally fine. Past 495 is where they close the roads down, but you should be okay. I was like, great, no problems. So I drive to her house and then I sat in traffic and I was like, what the hell? And there was like millions of people. Like it was just tons of traffic all over the place. And it turned out that their house is like 5 seconds from the drop off point for all of the runners. And so I just sat in this traffic and I just was like, what the frig? And it was, but then, so when I could get over the fact that I was running late and whatever, and I had to just make peace with it, then it was actually very cool to sit in the excitement and the energy and the like electricity of the potential. It was really actually a very cool experience I mean, I'm not a runner. I've never run. And if I'm running, something's chasing me. So you should run faster than I am because I will sacrifice myself for you because I'm not really that runner. Right. But so I don't understand necessarily the running aspect. I've had friends who ran the marathon and I cheered them on and was like, you're amazing. It's just not me. And so, but regardless, even when I was in high school, I did track, I did shot put because I didn't have to run. I was aces at a shot put. Man, I could put that ball 30 feet. I was actually one of the best in my league, right? I went to states a couple times because I'm a big person. I'm basically a linebacker, right? I always have been. I always had this tremendous strength and power. So I could put it, but I never ran, right? Every once in a while they would throw me in like the 50 and I would be like, I can't breathe, right? So, but regardless, I was at the beginning of the marathon last week, and it was very cool to be in that energy of excitement and like the like I said, that potential energy was palpable. It was really, really very cool. And then as I was leaving Fred's house after I had already given him a shower, it was dead. It was a ghost town, right? There was nothing. There was no buses. There was like they were like sort of sweeping up the detritus of what was there, and it was like the change in the energy felt like there was like a almost a it was like not a letdown, but the change in the energy was like very different. Like it was much how do I describe it? It was like something that the echoes, there were echoes of what had been. And it was a little, I don't want to say sad, but there was a little bit of like things crest, things get exciting, things go up, and there's this upness, and then eventually they have to come down again. And there was to be driving through the both energies was actually really cool to be able to feel the cresting of it, of the possibilities, and then also the coming down of that and the release of that. So it was actually really cool. That was my Monday. So then like my day got away from me, whatever, and then life happens, right? So I apologize for not being here last week and I missed it. I missed it. I hope you guys missed it, but I missed talking. I missed being here. I missed sharing. So this week, what I wanted to talk about is I have actually a few things I want to talk about. The first thing is that I just started taking a 21-day course with Mike Dooley. Mike Dooley is someone who talks about infinite possibilities and playing in the matrix and thoughts become things. And he was in the movie The Secret. He's just one of those like really awesome manifesting gurus, right? He really is all about the power of manifesting, whatever. And he teamed up with another woman, and I can't remember her name, and I should know it. She's also, you know, uh, someone who does a ton of manifesting work and stuff, and I just can't remember her name. Anyway, they teamed up together to create this 21-day manifesting magic program. And what's cool about this program is it's really because the whole principle is if you try to be like, well, I'm going to have $1 million. Well, of course you could probably get there, but the reality is our brains and our energy, like our brains just shut things off, and it actually won't allow us to like manifest like that. There's something that shuts it off. So this course is like getting to flex the muscle of manifesting over 21 days because that's how a habit forms is it takes at least 21 days to do this, and you do a small task every day, which I just love the idea of this. I love the idea of a small task every day. So the first task was a feather. And you're basically supposed to say, today I will manifest a feather. And that's it. You let it go, whatever. So I don't remember when I started this. Uh, the first day was Friday anyway. So I said, okay, today I will manifest a feather. And then I kind of let it go. I got to the end of my day and I was like, oh, huh, there's no feather. And I was really disappointed. Like I was really bummed. And I was like, ah, what is that? Like I was like, all right, well, whatever. Maybe I'll try for tomorrow. And then Saturday, the task was to manifest a blue truck. So I said, okay. So I changed my language just a little bit, and I was like, it would be really awesome actually to manifest a blue truck today. I would love that. I said, and I would love to still manifest the feather, right? I would love that. But again, I tried to not have any attachment to it. I tried to just let it go and be what it was. And Saturday, Lily decided she wanted to go to roller skating. And we went to this roller rink in Hudson. And she can't roller skate. She's never really learned how to roller skate. And so the couple of times we've tried, she falls all over the place. And so that's exactly what's happening today. This day, I was supporting her. I obviously didn't have any roller skates on because I knew she needed me to just hold her up. So we did. It took a long time. We're at this. And then in the moment when she just kind of clicked it, she got it, and she got to actually glide with her. We switched from skates to blades, which was made it a little bit easier. And in the moment when she could just glide and she was rolling, she was in this flow. She was so proud of herself. I looked down on the ground, and there's a pink feather on the ground, and I was like, "Are you fucking kidding?" Like it was such a beautiful moment. It was so cool that I actually cried. Like I actually cried, and I was super proud of Lily, and I was super proud of me for manifesting the feather, and I was so excited. Like it was like I had been given $1 million. I felt that excitement of like, I did it! I manifested this tiny pink feather. I wanted to pick it up, but like I didn't. But like I have it was so beautiful. So now I'm like flying super high. Excuse me, let me. So I was flying high. I was so excited. So then we leave, and I'm like, wouldn't it be awesome if I saw a blue truck? And I'm like, the enjoyment of that was so exciting. It wasn't like it wasn't drudgery, something I had to do. It was something like, oh my God, how cool would it be if I got to manifest this blue truck? And if you're joining me, say hello, say good morning, check in. I never know who's here, but check in with me, say hi. So we leave the roller skating rink, and we had a just awesome day. It was super, super, super fun. And she worked like really hard. Like I told her I was so super, super proud of her because she tried and she tried and she tried and she tried for an I mean, 45 minutes at least to get it, and then the last 15 minutes or 15 or so minutes, she actually could really do it, and it was really cool actually. Um, so we leave the place, and I'm flying high from all of it, from the whole afternoon, and I saw a blue, like, Suburban. It was sort of a truck like thing, but with but was closed, right? And I said that could work. That could work as a blue truck, whatever. All right, we'll take that. It's totally okay. And then I saw something else, like another blue, like, SUV kind of vehicle, and I was like, it's not exactly a truck, but I'll totally make it work. It's all good. Then I'm chatting with Lily, and we're going on our way and whatever. And then the next thing I know, I'm stopped at a light, and I look over to my left, and in the driveway is a shiny blue pickup truck. And I just was like, again, it was one of those moments that was like super exciting for me. And it just was like that hit, that lift, that excitement. Which is why I know that's why they're doing this program. Because when we focus on the lack, that's what we're creating. When we're focusing on the want and the need and the whatever, it's that's what we're creating. But when I changed my language, and I just was like, it would be totally cool if I saw this today. I had no attachment to it. That's when I started manifesting. So the third day, yesterday was the third day. The task was to manifest an owl, and I was like, an owl? What the fuck? Are you kidding me? What? And I immediately had that moment of like, there's no way I can manifest an owl today. And so I had to catch myself. I had to stop myself with with that shutting down the universe. And I realize that's what I do, and I'm sure that's what a lot of us do. I talked last week or 2 weeks ago about the stories that we tell, and how the stories we tell are what's creating our world, right? So how often do you decide that you can't do something, or you won't do something, or it's impossible to do this thing, and we don't even try? So I caught myself, and I sat with it for a little while. I was like, nope. So then we were going to go to my mom's yesterday. We were going to go to my mom's for dinner. So we putter around, we do. The whole time we go to my mom's, I'm kind of looking for an owl. And I was like, it's whatever. It's the middle of the day. I'm on the highway. Chances are pretty good I'm not going to see an owl, whatever. But I'm looking for like an owl symbol or an owl picture or whatever. Excuse me. So we get to my mom's house, and we weren't in the house 5 seconds, and my aunt called me, which in like my whole 47 years, I think my aunt has called me twice, maybe three times. This is my mom's sister. So she called me. She needed the name of a dog trainer. So okay, so I go into the living room to chat with my aunt, while Lily and my mom chat in the dining room. They're chatting away, whatever. And I'm in the living room, and this is my mom's house. I go there all the time, whatever. But on her mantle, she has a bookshelf right next to her mantle, like built into the wall. And on her bookshelf mantle is a statue of the triple faces of the goddess, the mother maiden, the maiden, mother, and crone. And I looked at the statue. I've never seen this statue before. And again, I've been to my mother's house a million times. I've never seen this statue before. And I look at the statue, and wouldn't you know that the crone is holding an owl? And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like it was one of those moments that I just was like, if my aunt hadn't called me at that exact moment, and I hadn't walked into the living room so that I wasn't in the conversation, so I was not being rude, right? Like, there's so many things had to line up exactly to get me into the living room at that moment so that I could see the owl. And I just was like, it was really one of those moments of synchronicity, that I just was like, I am not only am I not in control of this, my sole job is to get myself out of the way, to let the miracles happen. It was really truly like a moment of like I was so yeah, not dumbfounded, floored. I was floored by how these things had to happen, especially when I had been looking for an owl, and again, I let it go. I let it go. When I let it go, kind of forgot about it. That's when it manifested. So it's like, again, how can you let go of your attachment to the thing? Right? I feel the excitement of I get the excitement of the hit, the manifesting, the creation of it. I feel that joy well up in me, and I use that to manifest the next thing. But the challenge is letting go of the attachment to the outcome. And that's way challenging. It's not like it's easy. But when I can do that consistently, I'm creating exactly what I want. The feather and the truck and the owl. I don't even know what today's assignment is. I haven't even looked at it yet. But I'm starting to believe, trust. I think I believe it, but I didn't trust it. I'm starting to trust that whatever it is, I'll manifest it. It'll be given to me. It'll be shown to me, as long as I can keep myself out of the equation. So that's kind of what I want to talk to you guys about. It's like how much are we spending time on what we don't want? The things that we don't want to bring to us. How much time, energy, effort are we spending on the things that don't serve us? Versus how much energy, how much passion, how much excitement and enthusiasm can we have for the things we do want? And can we let go of the attachments to it? Can we allow the synchronicities of life to happen so that we can live with joy and passion and enthusiasm? This is a work in progress with me, and I will be happily sharing my journey with you. And if you want to, I don't know, could you still do the Mike Dooley thing? It was cheap, right? I don't know, maybe $30, right? Could you still do this? I probably. If anybody's interested, I'll send you all the information to sign up again. And it started with an hour and a half call, and it was brilliant and exciting and enthusiastic, and yes, and let's see where this goes. I'm kind of hoping at the end of it I get to manifest $1 million, but we'll see because I'm not attached to the outcome. So today, I would encourage you all to what would you like to manifest today, and how do you want to get yourself out of the way to do it? The other thing I wanted to say to you is I know in April I was going to do some sort of 30-day challenge, and then, I couldn't get my act together and life happens and it's all good. So what I would like to do is I'm offering for, I probably can do this. I probably have space to do this for five, maybe six people. I certainly could do five. I don't know, could I do six? Will I have the time in my schedule to do that? I am going to offer a 30-day, 4-week intensive program. And so this 30-day intensive program is, I have a specialty healing that's my version of whatever the method and hope. My version of this is a specialty healing. It's called energetic regression healing. And some of you have done this with me, where we take you back in time through the course of your life and pull out your energy for all the places where it has been tied up. So it's getting your energy all in real time. So what I'm offering is I'm calling it 4 weeks to fierce happiness. And so 4 weeks to fierce happiness, which means 4 weeks of this regression healing. It's twice a week sessions, So the regression healing on the first, like, let's Monday or Tuesday, right? We're going to do the regression healing once a week, and then another session that week to coach around it, process it, help you through it, figure out what the ahas were, what is this telling you. So it's twice a week sessions, and I really am going to do this for like $75. There's a reason, there's a science for the $75, but $75 a week, which is 2 sessions with me, a healing and getting your energy in real time. I want to do this in this way as a kind of kind of manifesting kind of project because I actually believe this would be like life changing, and I want the proof for it. So that's why I say I can do this for like I can do this for like a small number of women, because that's what my schedule will allow, right? So 4 weeks to fierce happiness, and it's twice weekly sessions with me. One is the healing and one's the processing around it for $75, which is half of a normal one-on-one session with me is a 150. So that's half, and you're getting 2 sessions. So you would be stupid not stupid. I hate that word. You would be foolish not to do this with me. But I really want people who are committed to like I am totally, completely done with this pattern and I want to change it, right? So it's very specific, each pattern, and we'll do it for 4 weeks, right? Because 21 days takes 21 days to form a habit. So for 4 weeks, getting your energy in real time, what would be possible after that? So 4 weeks to fierce happiness. I have 5 spots. I can stretch it to maybe 6, maybe, if we can be sort of flexible about scheduling. And it will start next week. We'll do the whole month of May. So touch base with me. I'm going to give you guys the opportunity first, and then I'm going to put it out to the public this afternoon or tomorrow. So jump on this quick, because you guys obviously get my first. You always get it first because you guys are my friends, my people. All right, that's all I got. Keep being amazing. Keep choosing passion and joy and fiercely happy, fierce happiness. And I love you all and have a great week. And I'll see you later. Mwah!